Question of this nature, how do you solve it? What number of moles of Cu2 plus will be deposited by 360 coulombs of electricity? By 360 coulombs of electricity. Now, know that Cu2 plus, all right, can be reduced by 2 electrons, 2 farad, to give us what? Normal copper. All right. So this is what you have. Now it means that Cu2 plus will be Cu2 plus, all right, will be deposited by 2 farad. So it means that there is nothing here. All right. So that means 1 mole. So 1 mole of Cu2 plus copper will be deposited by what? 2 farad. And now they are asking us what number of moles of Cu2 plus will be deposited by 360 coulomb. Now we have to convert farad to coulomb. Now the relationship between farad and coulomb is that 1 farad is equivalent to 96,500 coulomb. So now we have 2 farad here. Therefore, 2 farad will be equivalent to how many coulomb? All right. So cross multiply, and then what you have, you now have so therefore x, 1 times x is x. Therefore, x is equal to 2 times 96,500. We get what? 193,000 coulomb. So this is what we get. So now that means, listen now, that means 1 mole of copper, all right, was deposited by 193,000 coulomb. So now they are now asking us how many mole of Cu2 plus. So x mole of Cu2 plus, all right, x mole of Cu2 plus, all right, will be deposited by what? 360 coulomb. I go over it again. 1 mole of this Cu2 plus was produced by what? 190. We converted these 2 farad, right? These 2 electron means, and the E here stands for farad. So we converted these 2 farad. Remember, 1 farad is equal to what? Farad is equal to 96,500 coulomb. So we know that 1 farad is 96,500 coulomb. Therefore, 2 farad, how many coulomb? We call it what? X. So now, so we know that 1 mole of this guy was produced by 193,000 coulomb. Therefore, 360 coulomb will produce how many moles? How many moles? What number of moles will be deposited by 360 coulomb? So 360 coulomb will produce how many moles? We don't know. So then now we cross multiply. All right. So by the time we cross multiply, 1 times 360, or let me go with the x first. X times this will give us what? 193,000 x equals 1 times 360 is what? 360. So obviously we are going to divide both sides by what? 193,000. 193,000. So this cancels out this. Therefore, x is equal to, now if you do it in our calculator, so if you do this in calculator, 360 divided by 193,000, what are we going to get? We are going to get what? 0.00186 mole. Now, but you are going through the options, you do not see anything like this. This is what JAMB always love to do. All right, they will not leave the answers in what? Standard form. So you have to convert this to what? Standard form. Now you are going to move this decimal point to the back of the first number or the front of the second number. All right, the second whole number, not the zeros now. So 1, 2, 3. All right, so it's at the back of the first number or at the front of the second number. So we move it 3 times. So we now have 1.8 times 10. Now because we are moving the decimal point from our left to our right, it will be minus. If we are moving it from our right to our left, we are not going to add what? minus. So it's going from our left to our right. So make it minus. So times 10 raised to the power of minus. How many times did we move it? 1, 2, 3. Times 10 raised to the power of what? Minus 3 mole. So therefore, the answer to this question is option B, 1.86. Sorry, I forgot about this 6. Forget about this 6. So 6 times. So obviously, I did not approximate the last one. That is why I'm getting what now? I'm getting 6 here. So if I have to approximate, if I have to use the exact value here, 185. So there was a 5 here. So when you turn that 5 to 0, add 1 to this 6, you get what? 7. So the answer is option B.